What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be covering some important numbers and important key performance indicators and some formulas that you need to know if you're going to be marketing for your business. Now, whether you are a complete beginner who's just getting started or you're a seasoned veteran, this video is going to be of value to you. So it's definitely going to be in your best interest to stay tuned till the end. And as always, if you're interested in winning a free 30-minute consulting call giveaway with me that I do on every single one of these videos, all you have to do is leave a thumbs up on this video, leave a comment down below within the first hour of this video being uploaded, and of course, make sure that you're subscribed. So I definitely suggest that if you guys are interested in entering for a chance to win that giveaway, that you turn your post notifications on. Now let's hop into the video. All right, so we're gonna be talking about knowing your numbers for your e-commerce business, how it plays into your marketing and things of that nature, because a lot of people don't know what metrics to actually look for and what matters when it comes to marketing your business, what cost per purchases you can afford, what your target ROAS is, and things of that nature. So first and foremost, if you don't know what a break-even point is, your break-even point and your break-even ROAS are probably the two most essential metrics and numbers that you need to know. So in order to calculate your break-even point, it is simply your selling price minus your COGS or your cost of goods. So if you get a product for 20 and you sell it for 50, then you would do 50 minus 20, boom, you get $30 as your break-even point. So theoretically, you want to shoot for lower than a $30 cost per purchase, or to spend less than $30 to acquire a customer in order to maintain profitability for your business. Now, the second metric, that break-even ROAS, that is going to be our selling price divided by our break-even point. So remember, our break-even point is a dollar value and our break-even ROAS is a numeric value. So in that same analogy that we get a product for $20 and we sell it for 50, instead of doing 50 minus 20, we would now do 50 divided by 30. Alexa, what's 50 divided by 30?
50 divided by 30 is 1.6667.
So that would give us around a 1.7 as our break-even ROAS in that scenario. So that means our target ROAS is going to be above that 1.7, whereas our target cost per purchase is going to be below that $30 that we talked about. Now, based off of those metrics, there are three main things that we look for when we're marketing: our earnings per click, our cost per add to cart, or cost per initiate checkout, and our cost per purchase. And these can all be identified based off of the patterns that we are experiencing within our business. So for all of these metrics, we can calculate our average break-even cost per add to cart, our average break-even cost per purchase, or our average break-even earnings per click. Earnings per click is not something most people pay attention to, but it is a very simple formula and metric to calculate, and it's important to look at because what we're doing when we're marketing is we're trying to establish patterns at low ad spend so that those patterns that are likely to continue at higher ad spend maintain profitable. If your earnings per click are $2 and you're getting above a $2 cost per click, then that's a good indicator that you can turn off that specific campaign or ad set or even a marketing platform, right? This just goes for your marketing in general. This isn't just Facebook ads. This is truly knowing your numbers of your business. So if you know your earnings per click, then you don't have to wait until you get purchases or wait until you get add to carts to be able to make pretty good educated decisions for the numbers that you'll be getting back from your marketing effort. And now going back to patterns with cost per add to cart, you want to identify those patterns in ratio at the add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase level. So if you're seeing 3 add to carts for every 1 purchase, then you're going to want this cost per add to cart to be well below 1/3 of your break-even point to estimate that on average you will be profitable at that rate. Then we have our cost per purchase or our cost per acquisition fee, whatever you want to call it, which is how much we can afford to spend per customer before we start dipping in the negatives. So most people with e-commerce businesses are drop shipping and they're not actually thinking about product quality as much or about the longevity of their business or the lifespan of their customers. Now, it's very easy to not think about these things when you're making a good amount of money initially in the first couple of weeks or in the first month or two, but we want to always keep in mind that if we can retain customers for longer, then these metrics on the front end that we can afford actually go up and make us more profitable in the long run than maybe some pump and dump crappy product that we just run for a few weeks or for a month and then we let go of. Now, I'm gonna let you determine and dictate the style of businesses that you wanna run. If you're a pump and dump guy, that's all good. If you're a brand guy, that's cool too. Just know your business, know your back-end numbers so that your marketing can reflect that and you can dissect it properly so that you aren't cutting things that are profitable or you aren't turning things off too early that might be showing really good long-term signs. So we have this average order value number and we have this average order profit value. Now, of these two, it is most important to know our average order profit because we don't really care about revenue. Profit in our business is really all that matters at the end of the day, unless you are a recurring business that has some type of subscription model on the back end, whether it's a physical product subscription or a digital product subscription. That is a whole different ballgame. But when we're talking about just front end one-time orders, like most e-commerce businesses, it's really important to also know your average order profit. Boom! Did I scare you? I just wanted to quickly announce the winner of the 30-minute consulting call giveaway. So if you see your name somewhere over here on the screen, make sure that you reach out to me in our awesome Ecom Tide Facebook group, linked down below, or in our Ecom Tide Telegram group, also linked down below. All right, let's get back into the video. Because while your break-even point in a scenario like we mentioned before, where we get a product for 20 and sell it for 50, while that break-even point might be 30, our average order profit by the way that we position the product and maybe have some upsells and cross-sells and email marketing on the back end may be much higher. It could be 40, it could be 45, it could even be 50. Now, in this situation, you'll actually have to do a little bit of an additional math to understand what your break-even ROAS is in that particular situation. So for example, if you offer quantity pricing to where as customers buy more, they get discounted rates, then your break-even ROAS might actually increase in those situations. But with that increase in your break-even ROAS will also come an increase in your average order profit and what you can afford for your cost per purchase. So you might be looking like a hawk at your ads manager and not being satisfied with a $29 cost per purchase because you're only making $1 per sale. But when you look behind the scenes, you're actually getting a $45 average order profit and you're actually getting $16 per sale. So it's a huge difference in understanding how to differentiate what your break-even point is versus your average order profit. And then we have these last two metrics. Now, people abbreviate them in different ways. I like to just say LTV for lifetime value and lifetime profit value of each customer. So remember, profit's all that matters. So if you get a customer to come back on average every 2 to 3 months and buy something worth 50 bucks, that's cool that over the course of maybe a year, they're gonna be worth $200 to your business, even though their first front end sale might only be 50 bucks. But it's even better to know that on that first sale, you're gonna have slimmer margins because you have to pay to get that customer. Let's say it is $20 to get that first customer and you make $10 profit on that first sale, but on all the sales after that, on the 3 sales that they make throughout the rest of the year, you're making like 50-60% margins depending on the gross margins of your product. And that has to be calculated independently from that first sale. That's why I recommend trying to build a really good brand and make sure that you have products that are sustainable and have your brand integrity high. Because if you have high brand integrity, then you can get those customers back in the drop of a hat from one email, from one SMS blast, or just naturally because of how excited they were to receive their first product from you. So now just a quick recap, the way that I like to analyze my ad is my ads are through the conservative numbers and always playing devil's advocate to show me that I'm actually making less than what I might be. So for example, my front end break-even point and my front end break-even ROAS are the values that I pay most attention to because having a really good average order profit on the back end that is higher than your break-even point is something that is essential to be able to sustain a consistent, long-term, profitable dropshipping brand. That way, you still want to maintain below your break-even point when it comes to your cost per purchase and just get that bonus additional profit going on behind the scenes. But if you treat your business just solely based off of your front end metrics and you add a little bit of sauce to your back end to where you can afford more per customer, that is when you're going to be able to run your business long term. Whereas if you haven't optimized your back end and bulletproofed your front end, then you will have to make sure that you maintain below those front end metrics when it comes to your break-even ROAS and your break-even point. Now, I know we talked about a lot of KPIs and a lot of of numbers and I wasn't able to show you this stuff in action, but I will be dropping a video next week that is going to be going over my updated KPIs and how you can actually implement these things in everyday practical marketing ads that you're going to be running, whether it's Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, Google, wherever you're marketing on, how you can actually take these numbers and apply it to a real life product test or a product that's been running for a while that you're not really sure where to take or how to analyze your data or read your numbers properly. So definitely stay tuned for that video next week. Other than that, I hope this helped you guys get a better understanding of what you need to be looking for and what areas of your business that you need to optimize in order to make your marketing a little bit more effortless and seamless and sustainable. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Boom!